It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight our guest is a real hero. He is the physical embodiment of No Man Left Behind, risking his own life to make sure that the fallen Fett did not get lost in the hotel lobby of his own birthday party. Without him, who knows what unspeakable horrors would have fallen on the fallen Fett. So tonight, we ask that you put your hats over your hearts and salute the one, the only, Artwittoyz. Roll the intro. You get your floppy hat. Nice.
When you said hat, I had to reach over and grab it, and then I was like, "Wait, I have to roll the intro."
I had to grab my my bearded builds hat. It's in there. So, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to ask him about that, so we get the real story. Put that to bed. So,
yes, I want to know because I have my side also.
That's right. Yeah. So it is Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight is episode 40 of Between Two Sentinels. I again can't believe we're here. Appreciate it's a 40. It's all downhill after this, right? Isn't that how it goes? No, I don't know. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. I of course am Jay Shot, and with me, the one and only Machutoy. Machutoy, how are you today, bud?
I'm good. I got a little extra nap in today to It was just way too hot, and I did not want to leave the air conditioned room at all.
It's gross, man. I don't know what happened. We had like a mild summer, and now all of a sudden it's like 96 degrees again. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's terrible.
I was afraid to come down here and see all my toys just flopped over,
just melted, just like
most of them were like they have fallen over. Mostly the my Spider-Man shelf, which I was sad about, but I fixed it.
Nosedived.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you were able to fix it. And I know we want to get to some pickups from the week, but we certainly want to bring in our guests, but definitely want to check in with the chat because without the chat, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here without the support of you guys, whether it's live or on the replay. So thank you guys so much. And Steve Morrow, does everybody know what day it is? It is Wednesday, my dudes. Henrock is here saying, hey. Dom is here. Oh, Artwittoyz is in the chat and backstage. Toy Rensu with his sup nerds. So t-shirt coming soon. Paul is here saying hello. Tenyo finally figured out that it is Wednesday, so she's here now. So Rensu saying sup, Paulie. Fig Bunker with first. KJ Smith is here. Toy Addict in the house. He's got what is it? What's his show? Unworthy Addiction tomorrow night. Yes. So be sure to check that out. McKinney's in the house. 796 Studios saying, let's go. That just flowed naturally. So Peanut Butter Brant is saying, what up? Peanut Butter, I know that I still owe you a care package. It is on this way this week. I am very behind in sending out packages. I apologize to everybody. And that's about it. So, yeah, guys, thank you again. Always appreciate the support. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Again, we do have super chats now. We still haven't figured out what to do with them, but they are there. So if you got a question that we miss or that you really want to make sure we ask Artwittoyz, be sure to hit that up. So I guess without further ado, let's bring in our hero. There he is.
Hello.
I can't believe, I feel like San Diego Comic-Con was yesterday, but also like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are still talking about this infamous night where Ernie got left behind is astounding.
Every time I think about that Comic-Con, my heart just grows in my chest. It was the greatest.
Right?
It was so good. Yeah.
Only to be exceeded by next year.
Yes. Next year, where I feel like the crowd will double with people that we've instigated to or able to get there. But yeah, man, it was awesome getting to meet you and hang out with you and the Wade crew and everybody else. And I think we hung out that first night, and then I think we hung out again the second night.
Yeah.
With
Coin Up, right?
Coin Up.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Coin Up. Yeah.
That first night, I wanted to talk to you a little more, but like waiting at the bar for those drinks was ridiculous.
Yeah, God. It was nuts. And then we ended up in the diner, which was actually really good. I had like a tuna melt.
Yes.
And the food was phenomenal.
Yeah, the food was really good from the diner.
I ended up sitting next to June from Jada Toy, and I think I had like a Reuben, which was awesome. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's just it's so awesome. Like, you know, I talk about it a lot, but this community we've built and all these people we interact with through social media, and then just to finally meet those individuals in real life, it's just like, it's the coolest feeling. And, you know, and then like those 2 nights we're surrounded by them. And that coin op, you know, everybody was there. The ACBA guys, the wave crew, you guys, the enablers, Toy Migos, like just such a phenomenal, like, just get together. Like, we kind of took over that bar.
Yeah, we did. There's a couple like bros that were like, what is happening? What are all these nerds doing here?
Yeah.
I think the biggest takeaway from coin op was maybe next year we get a hotel closer to the con.
Right? Yeah. I thought you were gonna say, do we rent out a bar? Do we like all chip in and rent out a bar for 2 hours?
Or a boat. Remember we talked about a boat. Yeah.
We were talking about doing the Between Two Sentinels yacht for one night. That should be pretty good.
Yeah.
So Toy Chase hitting us with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I know you'll be there next year. I know it because I think he's trying to get in on the boat with us. So and Dom says he got his first drink after last call.
I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, look, we're, San Diego Comic-Con aside, we're excited to talk with you tonight. I know that, you and I share a lot of common interests. I know that you said the only question you don't want to be asked tonight is who your favorite turtle is. So we'll just settle it now. It's Raphael, and we can just move on. So that's good.
I have a favorite. I won't pick the best.
All right. So then who's your favorite?
It's Raphael.
See? All right, cool. Yeah, see? It's easy conversation. So I do want to ask, so we had a big turtle panel a couple weeks ago, and I'd love to do another one and get you involved in it. But one of the questions was, where did you kind of get introduced to turtles? Like, where did your fandom start? And I swear to God, I won't make this all about turtles. So I know people tuning in are like, oh, here we go. It's not going to be all turtles. Just like 1 or 2, maybe 4 questions, but go ahead.
You know what? It's kind of weird. I used to live on the East Coast. I grew up near Baltimore, Maryland. And I went to a store. I don't know if you guys remember this store. It was called Ames, AMES. And it was like the retailer in the local area. And I didn't really, I like kind of knew about the turtles at the time, but they had a whole end cap of the Playmates turtles. And I bought, for $3.50, I bought Michelangelo and I bought Krang. And, the Krang and the Walker and everything.
Yeah.
And from that point on, like, I was addicted. Like, I got home, I had so much fun with those turtles, and I got the other 3, and then, it just kind of built. But like, growing up, obviously you get all 4 seasons over there. And so I had to cut grass, rake leaves, and shovel snow to earn money to buy that stuff. And luckily we had a lot of elderly neighbors, so they needed all their cars dug out during the winter and whatnot. So they paid me, and, kind of acquired my, my collection through that, and just grew, man. Like, I just stayed a turtle fan. In fact, I still talk, my grandmother, obviously, like, being a grandmother, she would spoil me with things every once in a while. But we talked to her, and she's like, we're on FaceTime, and behind me is like, I have a DTOF downstairs, and I have every figure, like every turtle figure I have, each turtle has its own shelf, and it'll be in the background. And she's like, you still love Ninja Turtles, huh? And I'm like, yeah, all these years later. But I think it's cool for her because, her little grandson, I'm older now, and, she sees me like, oh my gosh, he's grown up, but then there's still that little bit, that little boy still in there.
Yeah.
So it makes her happy. So that's another cool thing about it.
That's special, man. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you distinctly remember the price, right? I mean, how far they've come there from $3.50 to $35 a turtle. Yeah. It's a quite the increase, but that's pretty cool. You still you have that vivid memory. I mean, I got introduced to the cartoon, and then, obviously the toys, and went from there. But that's cool. You had the toys first, and then did you watch the show, or you went Well,
Yeah,
which
and then I
way?
got really into the show. I mean, we used to, I used to make sure it got recorded daily so that I could
Yeah.
go home and watch it on VHS tape.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it was crazy because, you know, there was like that little lull when the show ended, and there was like that little period of time where nothing was really going on with the Turtles, and then, you know, they kind of existed, and you'd kind of see like those nostalgic T-shirts every once in a while. And then I just remember when the CGI movie came out. Was it 2007?
Yeah,
Yep.
2007.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like the Turtles are back. And then I obviously before that they had the 2003 show, but it's just crazy. Like there was those little periods of time. But it seems like lately, since the 2012 show came out on Nickelodeon, you know, they've went from that to Rise to now, you know, this new movie. So hopefully there's no period of time where it dies out. And it's cool because it's like Star Wars or Marvel where, you know, it's passed down through generation. Like my daughter loves the Ninja Turtles. She's a big Donatello fan. So it's kind of neat to be able to pass that on to her as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. And just one quick story, and like I said, I promise I won't make this all Turtles. But we were, I mean, obviously you've seen the new movie, right? And we were in Target literally just before the show started, and I was with my daughter, and we walked past the Doritos, and I was like, he specifically said to get the party size. He was very specific about that. and then my daughter, without missing a beat, goes, he underlined it twice, and I was like, yes, like yes. And now, you know, we've just obviously because it came back out on tape, it came out on digital. My son's been rewatching it. Now he was a big fan of Abracadabra. Like he was saying that all the time.
Yeah.
But now he's on Yerd, and he just keeps walking around going Yerd. It's like, oh my God. He goes to school tomorrow, so I can't wait to hear what the teacher says at this point. Just awesome. Like he's random stuff he's been yelling out. So anyway, good.
Oh no, I was gonna say it was cool because one of the things I showed my daughter from my childhood was when it was like a birthday, I got the Ninja Turtle camera, and I remember you take a picture and it would have a little picture, like a little like outline of Michelangelo in the bottom right hand corner. And like even when you printed it out, there's a little Michelangelo in there, and it was cool because I met Kevin Eastman, and he signed a couple years ago at Comic-Con. They came out with the Ninja Turtle set that came in the collector case.
Okay.
And like in the front was the 4 turtles, and then behind them was Shredder, and then 3 foot soldiers. Shredder, Krang, and 2 foot soldiers. And it was cool because I had him sign it, and I showed him this picture. My dad had the year before had passed away, and one of the pictures I took with that camera was like he had just gotten home from work, and it's such a cool picture because he wasn't feeling it, so he put his hand up. And he was like he drove an oil rig, so his hands like, you know, calluses and oil, like it was like, you know, stain, you know, he was tired. He got home from work, and I showed him that picture, and it was just a cool memory. You know, I'm meeting the guy who created Ninja Turtles. He's signing my collector case. He drew me a picture, and then I showed him that, and he even thought it was like super neat. Like I still had that picture.
That's really cool to have that memory of.
Yeah. So it's it's just something I've been attached to since a kid.
Awesome. And I love all the memories that you have with it, and you know, to your point of continuing them going down. I think somebody wrote a comment that said the Turtles at this point are evergreen. Fig Bucker says my daughter's high school had Turtle Day on Tuesday for Pride Week. She had a shirt, but said not to make said no to my suggestion of taking figures. So it's good. I can't believe you would suggest she take figures with you to school. I'd be worried that they would get broken. There was a question up here, which I think is a good segue to make sure we don't make this a turtle show. But Twitchy said, need to place my Mayfex boxes like Rick in my office. Looks cool. So like outside of turtles, you're obviously a big collector of other stuff. What else? What else are your lines, or are there lines that you don't collect? I guess maybe is that easier?
I mean, I kind of get into a little bit of everything. Obviously, I like Marvel, so you know the Marvel Legends, Mayfex. You know, some SHF, which, you know, kind of they lean towards the movie stuff. Revel Tech. I have, you know, I am a DC fan. Even though like my emblem is War Machine, I do love DC. You know, I'm not really into McFarlane unless it's like a character I really love. Like I have, you know, kind of like an attachment to the '89, you know, Batman. So, you know, I do have like a Michael Keaton collection. I have the Flash Michael Keaton that came out, and then Bryant actually was looking out for me, and he ordered 2 of the Amazon ones that came. You know, it was the Keaton '89 Batman that came with the Batmobile, and I got that yesterday. Yeah, but other than that, you know, I was kind of into it in the beginning, and I kind of faded away. NECA, obviously, you know, they kill it with everything. Universal Monsters. So yeah, I would say, yeah, kind of getting a little bit of everything. G.I. Joe, yeah, like I kind of tried to steer away from army building. Like I started getting the ninjas, and I started getting the Vipers, and then they just come out with so many army builders I can't keep up. And me, I have to have at least 4 for an army builder. So like, I'm like, I can't buy 4 of this and 4 of that. So, but they're great figures too.
Is it 4 because of the turtles? Is that why?
I always just felt like it was a nice even number, you know, like, yeah.
I always go with odd numbers. Number. I go with 3, 5, 7. I don't think I have anything that's Stormtroopers.
11.
Stormtroopers.
I think I have 8 of the cartoon foot soldiers, not including the damaged ones that came, like the one that came with Casey, and the other one was with April.
Yeah.
And then I have 8 of the movie ones. Those ones I went all out on. But and Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think we've talked to a lot of people that collect Ghostbusters. So are you going new school or old school with Ghostbusters?
So I have a Ghostbusters shelf. I have the Mezco Turtles, the Mezco Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters from Diamond Select, the Ghostbusters, the Diamond Select Ghostbusters from the movie, and there's I have a bunch of like the Ecto ones, and then I have the Ecto 1A, which is it's like a Playmobil one, but it like lights up and makes the noises and everything.
Yeah.
It's a great piece. It's like photos well and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a little bit in the like, if it's just Ghostbusters, I'll try to get it.
So basically, if it was in the 80s, you got it. That's
yeah, pretty much.
I did just see, I think Lego just came out with a Ghostbusters Ecto 1. I feel like I was walking down the Lego aisle and it was like Ecto 1, the DeLorean, and I was like, oh my god, I can't start like a Lego car collection. We got a garage here. What's going on with this? So, but yeah, that's pretty cool though. I guess what is it? Cindy Truly Outrageous does the Saturday morning cartoons. Have you seen that, where she'll just broadcast the cartoon through IG Live?
That, no.
Yeah, she'll just like go on IG Live at like 10 o'clock or something, and it's just it's like she sets it up with like a bowl of cereal and an old TV, and she'll just play like some random cartoon. I think this week was Ghostbusters, and I remember watching it and I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, I remember this one. So
simpler times, man.
Yes, much simpler times. And she played, I think one time she was playing He-Man, and Battle Cat talked, and I was like, what? I don't remember Battle Cat talking. What was this? It's just things you totally forget.
See, I was too young for He-Man, but like I was into Ghostbusters as a kid. I just don't collect any of like the merchandise right now. I do. I'm staring at some marshmallow guys right over there. Actually.
Oh yeah, remember that? That was like the first thing I feel like I pre-ordered that I was disappointed in, because didn't we wait like 8 months for that? And then I was like, oh cool, you know,
the little miniature marshmallow man.
Yeah. Did you get those?
I have those. Yeah, yeah. The little ones from the recent movie, right? That came in the box together. Yeah.
Yeah. So the chat is kind of sounding off. It seems like everybody's against you on this. Art. Everybody's saying odds. Yeah, odds.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, because my groups are always in like 2s or 4s, or you know what I mean. So it's like if I have 4, you know, then 1 against 1, you know, 4 bad guys. You know, 2 maybe that's like 2 of the good guys are taking on 2 bad guys each. You never, you know, hey. So I think 4 is my minimum.
You're gonna have to go to 5.
Minimum,
and just go minimum. Yeah. That's true.
This is minimum.
He's saying minimum. He is saying minimum. So, cool. All right. So I know that we were talking a little bit about this backstage, and I think we literally said, "Wait, save it." you're trying to do this month. You're trying to do a photo, a photo a day.
Yeah, at
right?
least a post a day. So it might not be a photo. I might do a reel. I don't know if we're counting stories, but Wade Unparalleled Universe, he had brought it up. He was like, "Anybody want to do this with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, because I'll go like stints where I'm just, like, unfortunately we have to adult, and
Right.
I'll get home from work and I'm like, man, I'm too tired to set up my pictures and stuff like that. But and then it'll be like all of a sudden like two or 3 weeks will go by and I'm like, I probably should post something. So it's kind of cool to have that motivation and have someone else doing it with you. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do like at least a reel or a photo a day. And I got so much stuff I want to shoot anyway, so it's like it's good for me to crack some of this stuff open and get pictures taken with it.
Yeah, like I think I've completely given up on my backlog. It just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up. I just need to start taking photos.
Yeah, right? You know what? The best thing I've noticed is like it's just whatever strikes you. Like maybe you have new stuff sitting there, but you just got this idea that popped in your head because you saw something on TV or you were walking through a store and then just sometimes that's what I do. And it's just grab those figures and try to make whatever's in my head come to life.
Yeah, and like even just cleaning up. Like I picked up the my turtles off the table before the show, and I was just like playing around with this. So I'm like, do I do a turtle shot?
Yeah,
is that okay? Is that okay, John?
It's fine. You can do a turtle shot. We've talked about this before.
I just want to make sure.
You can't do a turtle shot the same week I'm going to do a turtle shot. That's the problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's when it becomes a problem because then mine doesn't get any traction. So, I just wanted to pull up some of your stuff here because, dude, you're killing it already. I want to talk about this one for sure. Like, I love this shot, but how do you like this figure? This figure hasn't hit shelves our way yet. You know what? He's pretty cool. I got him right here. I mean, obviously the bath, it's just a repaint of the bath. Yeah. But obviously the pinstripes, that's a great detail. And then, shout out to Uncanny Sculpts. He had told me about this idea, which I think Boog was the person who mentioned it, to switch the tie from the bath and then the shoes, because the shoes have the white on them. So I, he popped and swapped the shoes. And then this necktie actually is just connected to the collar and the whole thing just comes off. Oh, wow. Yeah, just one of those. Now on the new figure, it's somewhat keyed in. So you do have to snip it a little bit. But on the bath, it just lifts off. There's nothing holding it on. And then it just slides in over the neck and down into the jacket. And then, you pop the head on, you're good. But yeah, it's a cool looking figure. I think they did a better job with the head sculpts too, because they're better proportion to the body. I noticed that with the old bath, that head just felt kind of tiny.
Yeah. I'm staring at it through a bin right now.
Through a bin.
And it's funny because I put the all black shoes and the black tie on the bath, and it actually looked better on the bath because the bath is wearing like just a blue suit with no pinstripe. So it kind of worked out well for each.
Let's see. Agent Variant says the Mr. Fix-It Tommy gun is as big as some of my Marvel Legends. Is it that big? Is it that big?
Oh, wow.
It's pretty big. Yeah. Wow. You know what's crazy is on the old bath I bought. I'm irresponsible. So I bought 2 more. I think it was Captain America and Iron Man to get 2 more arms, because what I did was I drilled holes in the fist of the old bath, and I made them gripping hands, and then I took 2 Tommy guns from Fortnite figures, and I put them in there. So I have a shot. It's an old shot, but he's holding 2 Tommy guns up, and he's like, I put blast effects on the end, and I ended up with an extra Iron Man and Captain America that I really didn't need, but I got 2 extra fists out of it. So.
Nice. Yeah. Sometimes I buy figures for the accessories or the the additional bath pieces too.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like those Fortnite figures come with a lot of cool stuff, like first aid kits and well, the old Jazzwares ones obviously did, but I use those. And then in the Muppet Palisades, those old figures, you can find those come with so many cool accessories.
those accessories are unbelievable. They're
Yeah.
like,
I'm really jealous of that kitchen set that you have.
Oh,
I have the kitchen set. I have Muppet Labs. I have the Pigs in Space one, and the Mayhem one, but I can't find them. They're definitely around here somewhere. But yeah, dude, I had all those things.
The only one I don't have is the backstage, and it.
Oh yeah, I have that one. I love that one.
Vintage toy store nearby that sells it, but it's like $600, and I'm like,
Damn.
I'll sell it to you for $550. Yeah, and I'll throw in shipping. Yeah. I don't want to let this go by, but Bat Force Grump's throwing in a $5 super chat to say Rick is your favorite toy photographer's favorite toy photographer. No cap. So
thank you, Grumps. I got a lot of love for Grumps.
Grumps is definitely one of our favorites here for sure. So
good people.
Outside of the usual shenanigans too, he's probably one of the only ones that I'll text with on a regular basis. So he's definitely a good guy.
You guys are close enough. Yeah, you're.
Yeah. So yeah, we're good. So I mean that was just a quick kit bash, but I think that was a little bit of a good segue into your customizations that I know Machi wanted to obviously talk about a little bit, and we'll go back to your photos obviously, but I mean your custom work, man. Like you had a YouTube channel and everything for it at one point. I don't know if you're going to continue with the YouTube at some point, but
yeah,
I definitely want to talk about the customs.
I am. It's just tough, like just finding the time to do the photos, and the photos is like my bread and butter. That's my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to do more reviews. I'd love to talk more about photo, toy photography and customs and stuff on YouTube. What had happened with like the last one I did with the shoulder mod for the Marvel Legends, was that Vulcan?
The Vulcan buck, yeah.
Yeah, so like Unparalleled and Adam, playing with myself, they both were like asking me about it, and I had done like the peg snip, and it's a nice quick mod, but it does leave the shoulders a little loose, and especially if you're moving them up like this, they kind of become wobbly. And when I had taken the shoulders out to snip the pegs, I had seen that the channel just needed to be lengthened. And then that peg, you don't have to snip the peg. It just would run, completely forward and backwards in there. So I drilled it out, and I told those guys about it, and they were trying it, but I guess they were trying to visualize it. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a video, and I just I threw that video together for them, and it caught on because I had I got a ton of comments on it. I mean, some people were like, they're negative. It's too intrusive. It's too much work. And it's like, that's fine. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I'll just snip the pegs. It's fine. Great. Right. That's not what I chose to do. I'm just trying to help people out. And, hopefully it does. And it's not a hard mod, but I could see where, people don't want to do that extra work with it.
No, I've definitely used that mod on some of my figures for the butterfly joints just to extend that range,
Yeah.
It
definitely makes them more fun because when you're trying to pose the figure and move them, all the way forward and back, it's frustrating when you see space and you
see it can make it
go.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, customizing, I kind of started that somewhat early on. I was really bad at it. I'd cake on the paint, and I didn't want to do thin layers and wait for it to dry, then another thin layer and wait for it to dry. I learned pretty quickly that I had to get past that, and I just it's something that you kind of have to jump into. Like you could be nervous about it, and hey, I'm gonna mess the figure up and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, some of the stuff's reversible, and all else fails, you screw it up, you just
it's just a toy. Right.
Yeah. So, but it's so cool to have something that you made, like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stock stuff that I get and I love it, but it's cool to do something like I did. I put the Yelena Belova on the Black Widow buck. So I did the shoulder mod on that because the same thing, it needs to be lengthened so she has the full range. And then cut the collar off, and I sculpted over the opening, and then I sanded it down, and then I just repainted it, and then I moved all the parts over from Yelena, and then I gave her a matte coat so that she didn't have the shiny finish that Black Widow did, just to kind of distinguish the two even more. And you know, it was like it's not something that I technically had done before, but you know, it was like I think I could do it at this point, you know, so I give it a shot. Occasionally I'll make stuff for people, but it stresses the heck out of me.
There it is, yeah.
Because I'm always like, I'm so nervous that it's not going to be perfect when the person gets it. I know. So what you far, mean. The people that have gotten some of my customs have enjoyed them.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm looking for a Yelena figure now, like when I go to Target, because I have an extra Black Widow.
Yeah,
I want to do that too.
And those Black Widows were crazy because they were like packing the shelves there for a minute, and then now you can't find them.
Right.
So that was the Roadblock, and the Target exclusive one. I used acetone to remove the stuff off the front.
Oh, nice.
Repainted the legs, and then I moved the blades, you know, stuff over. The coat is like custom, and then the head is from Nico Artman Customs. I popped that on there. I actually bought that from him at a recent toy show.
Oh,
the Wesley Snipes.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that head sculpt is crazy. Look at that.
The sword's from like a Deathstroke figure. And then the guns are from I actually have two of those guns. They came from a dollar store like army guy.
Is it the McFarlane Deathstroke?
No, it's the Stab of Hades. Because I had two. So Unparalleled Universe, we ordered them both at the same time, and I had modded mine to give him more leg range. And then he went to mod his, and when he did, he broke the leg. So he sent it to me, and I just redid the whole thing. So I repainted all the armor, and gave him the black and orange look, and then I put him in a bodysuit. I had like the back sewed up, like almost like Mezco style, and I just kind of saved his figure. And then he, you know, I was gonna give it back to him, but he didn't want it, so I was like, I'll keep it. And it's cool because I took all the plastic bits off and I put like elastic. So like all his armor's held on with like black elastic, and so he can has ab crunch and all that stuff still.
Wait, can you show it again?
Oh yeah.
Oh nice. Yeah.
Looks good.
That's cool.
More of a stealthy look.
Right.
Yeah, even the little flap that was on the front, like I moved that over to the belt, so it's under the belt and everything. Yeah, this was a fun little project too. But yeah, you can see where I added like the elastic on the sides, and then I put the elastic around the knee pads and everything. So those are all like they still function and move around.
But Moonbase says, Machu for president. I want to know, Machu, if you were going to run for president, what would your platform be? That's a good.
I don't know. Why? No, this is not about me. This is about Rick.
Articulation for DC. That would be your platform.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be a good one. Go. I like that.
DC deserves better.
DC deserves better. There it is.
Yeah.
So.
Triple D. Double DB.
Double DB. I was able to scroll back and find the what you call it. It went away. Hold on. I was able to find your let's see, the picture you're talking about with Fix It there and your original Fix It. So look at that. There it is. 2 Tommy guns.
Yeah, that's the original one.
So that's the original one.
Those are just cut up pieces of orange construction paper, and I just blasted a little yellow light off of them.
Oh god, that's so cool. That's like you would never guess that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, looking around for like muzzle flares, and I was like, wait a minute, I just put just put sticky tack on the end of the gun, stuff. Yeah, little yellow light, and then like turn the f-stop down a little bit and just let the camera do the rest.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, just like scrolling through some of your stuff, dude. Like, I mean, This is awesome. This is just you guys are really. And I love when you do a lot of the comic panels, and I love the panels.
Yeah, I love doing the comic
so
panels. It just takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this backdrop? You seem to use it a couple of times. I'm curious as to what
Those
that backdrop
bookshelves,
is.
those are
Yeah.
the Diamond Select bookshelves. They came with the Gotham figures. I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
The again, like Diamond Select is another brand that comes with a lot of cool little set pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to try to challenge myself to do like stuff that's tangible. Like with the Jordan shot, you know, he's on a piece of glass. So like,
Okay.
you know, there's no Photoshop there. It's just you know, he's just on a piece of glass, and
Oh, wow.
shot from underneath going up.
Nice.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And yeah, those are my candles. They make great platforms.
Really good. Yeah. What smells are they? Yeah.
I think one is probably cinnamon and yeah, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
and my, you know, then like the family's like, "Hey, where are the candles?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"They're up here somewhere."
Oh.
But
This
you
is
know what's
cool.
great?
Yeah.
You know
Good.
what's great
Sorry.
is like when you see something, like I've talked about this before. You see something that you think is gonna work for a shot, just get it. You know, like just buy it, because you never know, down the road you're gonna be like, "Oh, I could like." I bought this this stupid McFarlane figure a while back. It was like a sea creature, and it came with like a boat dock that had like a box with rope over it. And I probably haven't used that thing in like 6-7 years. And then the other night I was doing a Popeye shot, and I was like, I need to recreate a dock. And then I pulled that thing out and used it. And like, I haven't used this in years.
That's funny. I was just reading this. I love your storytelling in this shot without it being anything to tell. Like, this is so not a single word was spoken. The Popeye shot you're talking about, was that recently? Because I feel like you know, you just did a Popeye shot.
I did a panel with that one because I hadn't done panels in a while. And
this one. Yep.
Yeah, so you could see it's just kind of in the lower left-hand corner, and then there's one small shot there where he's like where he kind of, it looks like Bluto knocked him up against the box there. So like he's got his arm over it like that. But that's the piece, you know, it has like a barrel on it, and it just worked out well for that shot. So I was trying to recreate like they were at a boat dock and they got into it.
And are these the Mezco ones, or are they the other ones?
Those are Boss Fight.
Boss Fight. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're cool little figures. I mean, they got just enough articulation to really do stuff with them.
They have them.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you got shots of figures that I was like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know the original Drax, right? Like, I'll be honest, I never know. I was like, oh man, he makes this look good. Like, do I need the original? I was like, no, I don't need the original Drax. Like, you know, and this was cool too. This was really good.
That those like photos like that where I try to put them together, they're cool. They're just really hard to do because you got to get both figures in the exact same pose in order for the two to come together correctly. But
trying to align that is tough.
Yeah.
And so this was a chance for you to use all your props.
Yeah, because you know the scene in the movie where they get right in the little corner bodega thing. I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can recreate that. So that's the oh man, what is that? The Mini Brands.
Yep, it's the shelves.
Yeah. So the shelves are from the Mini Brands, and then the window is the Lori dance studio that I repainted.
Okay.
So that's like the windows, and then I just took the Ninja Turtle cartoon backdrop and put it on the outside to give it like a city feel. And I just started like throwing stuff on there. Like they gotten into it, and it was just falling off the shelf, and it was all over the place.
This cup may be my favorite Marvel Legends accessory ever.
Is that the Peter B cup?
The Peter B cup, like it just comes up for everything.
Right.
Like I was just messing around today.
Where the bagels from?
I just like have, you know, just screw it around.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just like, you know, it's just like it's perfect for everything. Like I was just like, just messing around today. Just like this is what I was doing while I was supposed to be working today.
That's awesome.
just hanging out. So, the bagel. Where's that? Let's go back to the shot. Where's the bagel?
It's in his hand.
In his hand. Let's say here.
Anybody know where that bagel's from?
Did you make it?
No.
Oh no, I don't.
It's
Where's it from?
McFarlane had made. I honestly I can't tell you what the guys' names are. I guess they're like.
Is it Sam and Twitch? Is that what it was?
No, they were like the Canadian guys. I think one of them was Rick Moranis, and I can't remember who the other actor was, but they come with a little stage and a bench, and then they have a bunch of boxes of beer with them and beer bottles, and they came with all those bagels. And so like in the movie, he's eating. I think he might be eating a donut or something. I can't remember exactly, but I was like, I'm gonna throw a bagel in his hand, but he doesn't have a grip hand, so the bagel is just on there with like.
I think he was eating a beef patty.
I'm just tricking the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. But the bagel is a good call too if you don't have a beef patty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a beef patty. Yeah. I'm like, bagel works.
Bagel really works because spot.
Yeah. Right. And then I repainted the that figure too because it wasn't accurate to the movie.
Hosiers. Yeah. Hosiers was the movie, right? Hosiers. Is that it? Or is it hockey?
Something Great North or something. I can't remember.
Wait, you
just came with a bunch
miles?
of cool accessories. I don't know where the figures are, but I use the bench a lot, and I use the beer bottles and all that stuff.
You repainted the Miles figure? That's the Legends Miles, right?
Yeah, that's the Legends one. I repainted it because it had like it just wasn't accurate. Like the emblem had extended down past his ab crunch, and in the movie he's just all black with the red stripe, and then just the emblem on the chest, and then there's no blue outline, so I had to add that blue outline around his eye, like on the inside of the red.
Oh, nice.
What's been your favorite shot so far this year that you've done? Like, what's one of those shots that you just walk away from and you go, yeah, like this is it.
Man, that's a tough one.
This is a good one too.
Oh, I like that Joker.
So good.
That is a tough one. You know what? If I were to pick one, I'm trying to think if it was this year or not that I took it. Let me go back real quick and see.
Yeah. Do you gotta do?
I know we were talking about this before.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no, go ahead. To answer the question, go ahead.
One that I was really hyped on was the one where it was right around Christmas where I did the Batmobile leaving the Batcave. I think it's like in the screen right there. And so the cave is made up of aquarium pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought from PetSmart, and I used 2, and then I just shot the camera through it. And then obviously the trees are just like, craft trees or whatever. And then I lit the flame up on the back with a laser pointer. Like that one came out really clean. Like I really like the way that one came out. Like I just used the smoke effects for the wheels and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, look, that's a nice.
It looks very Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think there was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Is that the little tiny Batmobile?
Yeah, it's like one of the smaller ones. Yeah, the die-cast. I think Jada Toys makes that.
Yeah. Yeah, have that. Make with that.
And then I did another Batman shot too, where he's on the roof, and that's that one right there. Yeah, and then I wanted to give it like snowy effect. So in the behind the scenes, you can see like I just sprinkled the fake snow on the glass, and then I just lifted the glass up like somewhat at an angle. You'll see my hand come up here in a second, and I just shot it through the glass. Just to give it the snow flurries.
That's really smart. So you're pretty much all you're pretty much practical.
Yeah.
You don't do a lot of do you do any Photoshop afterwards or just like Lightroom or
no? I mean I may go in and just like mess with the color a little bit, like and maybe if I need to darken it some I might do that, but for the most part it's just kind of just setting the camera up and getting the settings to where I want them to where the picture just comes out, like the product, I guess. is right there.
Now, in this shot, what are you using in the screen? Is that is that just a photo, or are you using?
It's like a I guess they call it like a digirama, but it's on
Yeah.
the TV. So
I was
like I
wondering
go
if
into
you're
the
using it.
web browser on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And
Okay. I saw the
I just
controller there. That's why.
yeah,
That's good.
and I just find backdrops and then I throw them in there, and then the crane I got on clearance at Kohl's. And then that little towers from the Ninja Turtle, like the rooftop diorama, the animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said Digirama and Jason showed
And there
up
he is.
saying, just checked in saying, "What's up, fam?" So
Yeah.
also got Bearded is in the house, and Loki stopping by, saying hi to everybody. So I appreciate all that. Yeah, I didn't mean to derail this. It just felt like
No,
a
you're
perfect
good.
opportunity.
Yeah.
When I saw the controller, I was wondering if you're using like the Spider-Man game, because they have a photo mode, and that's what I like to use is the photo mode from Spider-Man, and then just find the perfect scene and then just pause it right there, go into photo mode, light it how I want to, because you can change the time of day also, and move the sun, so you can get a really nice way to set up the lighting too to match up where you have your lights.
Yeah, and like the trick with those is obviously like when you're lighting it, you got to get your lights to match the ambiance of the picture, so like that one's at night, so using a little bit of blue and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great way, like if you don't have a lot of props and you're trying to get into stuff, like I did a lot of pictures early on where it was just the figures in front of the digirama, and then I started adding stuff, like I'd put my table in front of the TV and then I'd layer in other stuff, and it came out like that.
Really nice.
What's a shot that's challenged you that you either almost walked away from, or like that took you longer than you thought, or just didn't come out the way you were expecting, maybe came out better, just something that really took it got you a little bit, got your blood pressure up a little bit more than it should have.
I have the perfect one. It's
yes,
there's a Doctor Strange picture that's in here where he's like levitating, and it should come up soon.
Well, this is cool. That's cool.
I remember like trying to shoot that, and I probably took, I kid you not, maybe like 100 shots to try to get that thing perfect, because everything I tried wasn't working. Like, there it is. Like the books would fall, or like they would be in the wrong place, or I couldn't get his leg right, or it was just like shot after shot after shot, and then I'd get a like glare on the glass, or finally, like I finally got it done, and I just remember sitting there like I burned through 2 camera batteries. The lights were dying, so I had to like charge them up again, and then while they're charging, I'm hoping that the figure doesn't fall or the books don't fall. But and ultimately, I personally like the final shot. I wish the color popped a little more, but I mean, it's cool. I think like the way it ended up, like it kind of gives that like mysterious kind of, he's in the corner of a library, just kind of doing magic kind of look. But all that stuff's attached to glass, like the book in front of him, the sticky tack is on the front of the book, and then that's attached to the glass from one side. And then some of the other books, like the red book is attached to the diorama, the other book's attached to the bookshelf. So they're just kind of in random places. But like, you set up the camera, and then you look through the viewfinder, and you're trying to move things around, and then but also like the space is small. So, as you're moving stuff, your hand's knocking something else over, and it gets frustrating, but it's worth the time when you finally get the shot, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I love how you have the bookshelf. I mean, you definitely play around with a lot of depth, but I love that the books are like attached to other things. Yeah. Right. Like I would never have thought that the book was attached to this shelf right here. Right. Like just the way that you did that. No, it's good, right? Because you're still adding plenty of depth to it. Like
Right.
this one's here, but it just like the idea that it was floating was always there. It never gave I never had the thought of like, oh, it's attached to that shelf. It was just like, yeah, it's floating. Like it's really cool and it's really smart.
And then
Yeah,
also having that thing in the foreground too, right?
Yeah. Well, part of the globe, that's a pencil sharpener.
What?
Yeah, my girlfriend and my daughter, I probably have it. It should be sitting around here somewhere. My girlfriend and my daughter, years ago, they had saw it on Amazon, and they got it for me as a gift, and it's perfect. Like it spins. It looks like a little miniature, like
Globe,
high-end
yeah.
little, but it has like a little pencil sharpener at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of there, obviously, to add to the whole like office kind of
Mhm.
look, but the little part of it that's extending out is helping to cover the stand that he's on.
Hmm.
It's fun and functional. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's good. You're like the king of finding random stuff. You should just start a whole like story thing that you just save us to be like, hey, this is where I got this random thing from.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's really
You know
cool.
what? And it's cool because I got really, really good buddies that they're not really into the figure photography. Like they enjoy, looking at the stuff that I make. But like one of my buddies, he goes to like craft, like antique stores, and he's like, he sends me pictures. He's like, hey, do you want this? I'm like, yeah. And like one of the things he got me was like a little grandfather clock. And it's actually in that picture right there, right behind.
Perfect timing. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he like it's cool. Like I have like all kinds of random stuff. Like I was showing it on one of the lives. I have oven mitts and a turkey and all kinds of crazy stuff. So this one's a little bit of like the slow shutter speed. So I float the poly in the picture with my hand, and then I take the picture, and then if the shutter speed's like a second, or like say it's 2 seconds,
Right.
I'll go 1/1000, and then I pull the figure out, and then and then the camera will do the second and take the picture, and that's how you get that see-through look. So he looks like a ghost.
Well, what are you floating in front of it there at that second?
That's just like pillow stuffing, like poly that you could buy at the store.
Okay. Got it. Nice.
And then gives him like a ghostly look. One of those pictures that you were on was like Batman and Robin.
Yeah, with the looked like they were reading scripts. Yeah.
Yeah, that was those little scripts I made on I have an app where you can make design logos, and that's actually like there's a similar scene like that in the show, and so I just started like playing with this little app, and then I made these little logos, emailed them myself, and then just like you were saying earlier, when you should be working, I was at work printing those up just for this shot, and I never used them again.
Was it? I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't remember this in the Batman show, or was it just an idea that you had that came?
No,
to you?
it was in the show. Like if I remember correctly, like the Penguin had started up like a movie studio, like to hide his crimes or something. I'm sure Grumps is in the chat. He probably remembers the entire episode. But
word for word.
I used to watch reruns of this show when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I
so
love
did I.
it. It's so cheesy and like campy, but it's like the best. It's like
Dude, I'll never forget. There was one episode where they like turned into cardboard, right? Like I don't know if you remember that one, and it was like Robin, Batman, and Batgirl turned into cardboard, and Alfred saved them, brought them back to the to the Batcave, and then it was literally said like de-cardboarding machine, and I was like, come on.
Oh man, it's crazy! Like all the little like they had specific gadgets for everything, man.
Right?
Yeah, he was always. Shark repellent will always go down in history.
Yeah.
I would actually like. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but I would like a prop of shark repellent. Like I would buy that. So, and look at this. This is great. You're just like speak of the devil.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Now, did you make that, or did that actually come with one of the figures?
That came with the Mattel figure. I think it came with like 2 of them or something. Yeah, that's a cool little prop too.
Nice. No. And then
but you try to like dabble in a little bit of everything.
You definitely got a little bit of everything here. Where is your sewer dial from? That's actually a question I wanted to ask.
That's made 1979 custom. Shout out to
Okay.
him. He made that for me. And all he asked for was just pictures that he could put on his Etsy page. And so I just took a bunch of pictures, and I told him, like, if I take other pictures with it that, I didn't specifically take for your Etsy and you want them, just take them and put them on there to help you sell the dio. But yeah, he crushed it on that. I mean, that guy too.
He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like it's crazy too, because like now it's been a few years now since I've been following him, and like everybody has this progression in this art form of the toy community. Whether it's you're doing reviews and your reviews get better, your dios get better, your photography gets better, and his dios are insane. Like the stuff he's been making lately is just like he takes a picture of it and you think it's like real. Yeah. Like, is that a warehouse or? Yeah,
that's crazy. I think I have some of his stuff. I think I bought the rug, and then like he did like a couple of like the calendars and things like that. I think I have a couple of his like little pieces.
Yeah,
I never got his bigger pieces, but yeah, no, he's if he's the same guy I'm thinking of, he's really good.
Yeah, he's awesome. He kills it.
What did you think of the NECA sewer? I know that it's a little controversial right now, but did you get it or?
You know what? I didn't. Okay. The price is the price. It's like the what was it, the Hell Charger or whatever that Hasbro did. It's the stuff is cool. I guess I don't really think too much about like, oh, it's overpriced this, or I'm mad at the company for this. It's like if it's just not for me, it's not for me, and I just don't. I just move on with my life. So it's a cool piece, but it's not something I feel I need. Especially having that one. It's like, and it's cool. It's cool too to own something that someone, an individual creator spent their time on.
Right. No, I totally agree with you on that one.
So
I missed out on the sewer, so I might have to look for somebody to make me a cartoon sewer lair.
Dude, you know what they need to make is the one from the movie, the sewer lair from the movie with like the old phone, pay phone and the beat up couch, and that stuff. That would be awesome.
So you're talking about like the second one, right? It was more on the second one.
I'd be down for the second one too, like the subway, but
the subway one.
I think I like the subway better. I think it was just like, I don't know. It stands out in my memory more than the first one, but
because it was better lit, right? And
it was better lit. It was better lit. So I made one of the most recent shots I did. Remember when they were looking for the sewer layer, like the second movie? Yeah, I recreated that little tunnel they were in. I just had some, dude, I haven't made a dio in years. And I was like, I got some foam sitting around. I just started throwing it together. And my daughter's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making a dio. She's like, what?
Why?
That's not what you do. I'm like,
that's not what you do.
Yeah, I make dios now. Screw it.
And Jason says he appreciates your take on the NECA dio. And look, I mean, I backed it. Matt said he missed out on it just because he missed out on it. I totally get it, right? Like people want it, they don't want it.
I was gonna back it.
Like anything else,
not back it. It
was not a back it. Yeah, it's a pre-order. Yeah. So
it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday was last day.
This hobby is all about like your taste in things, right? And like here's the thing, like I'm not big into Dragon Ball Z or anime, but I follow people that only do those types of pictures because I appreciate the photos they take, the time they put into it, and I still enjoy it. I may not know who the characters are, but it's still fun, and it's the same thing. Like there's going to be product out there that's going to be either you don't like it or you like it and the price is not right. It is what it is. There's going to be you like as a person will know if it's for you or not. Right. And if you're not you don't feel strongly about it, you just move on. And I think we take too much time dwelling on the negative aspects of it, because if you don't want it and you don't buy it and that product doesn't do well, the company will learn and they'll say, you know what, next time we need to change things up. It's not necessarily about like trying to drag it down, and spend time and energy dragging it down. It's just like, it's not for you, move on. and
Exactly.
focus on things that are for you, and that stuff will work itself out. So
I was going to ask you about the Ghost, but I feel like Star Wars is one of the only things that doesn't look like you either shoot or collect.
I do some.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I do have Star Wars figures. It's probably not something I gravitate to that much. Like there are shots in there like Darth Vader and Boba Fett and stuff like that. But yeah, not that I'm not a fan. It's just I don't know. Like I guess just like what I was talking about. I just kind of gravitate towards what what's what I'm feeling at the moment, and that's where my shots go.
No, I totally understand. I mean, I've pointed out before that like half of my collection is actually Star Wars. You wouldn't guess it from my profile. I've taken 2 Star Wars shots, but like I get a lot of Star Wars. It's just I shoot mostly like Marvel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we just have so many options for Marvel right now. I mean,
exactly.
other than Mafex for the DC stuff, like the Hush stuff, it's tough, to be a DC collector. I mean, the DC UC stuff is like it's aged now. It could still photo well, like, but it doesn't pose well, and some of the leg joints and stuff, like the hip joints, are not the best looking. The McFarlane stuff, sometimes you got to do a little work with that, but some of those figures are a little bit disappointing. But
I mean, if you're willing to mod your figures, they move pretty well. I'll say that.
Yeah.
J Shot, thank you for hooking me up with this Red Hood.
Yeah, dude. I think I bought that one. That was him and the Jason Todd set. I think I bought early on my collecting career, and I pretty much sat in a box for the last 2 years. So I was happy to give him to you because I know you were going to do something with him. So
yeah,
there you go. I'll take 10%. That's 10% of the likes. That's all. So,
there you go.
I showed this off before, but I repainted the Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on
a hat. Yeah,
that looks awesome. They take paint really well, right? The McFarlane figures.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever they're made of, it takes paint super, super good.
Yeah,
this is like layers and layers of paint.
Yeah.
I just pulled this guy completely apart to repaint him. Yeah.
And
like
how is it with the joint rub?
It's good. Yeah, because whatever this material is, it's absorbed. It just takes it kind of absorbs it. Yeah.
Right. Because it's a little porous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And they're easy to pull apart too. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you prep it and sand it, or you just go right in? Or
no, I took them apart and I painted every piece of it like black.
Uniform. Okay.
And then I just started layering in the greens and the bark and all that stuff, and it just came out good. Because the original figure's so dominated in just green.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I need to do something. I need to repaint my Doomsday. Actually, the sculpt is really good. It's just I feel like it's missing some shading and like some paint here and there.
Yeah.
Have you seen that figure, the Doomsday?
Yeah, the Doomsday. Yeah, I saw the 2-pack in the store. I was tempted to buy it. I did. I don't know if it's handy, but I did the Lobo too. I repaint, and like that's part of the thing with those figures. If you get that one character you really like, and you want to put time into it, you can make it into, like you said, the articulation is somewhat there. You can do a little modding for some of the other stuff you want, like you want thigh swivel or better ab crunch. But it just to get the figure to look what you like, how you see it in your mind. If you put a little work, you can end up with something that looks pretty good.
Yeah. A Dremel and a hobby knife is all you really need for those McFarlane.
Dude, I tell people all the time, the best money I ever spent was on a Dremel. It's $50. And years later, I'm still using the same Dremel, and it has saved me a ton of times.
Oh, yeah.
Paid for itself. So,
and I've used it for other figures other than McFarlane too. It's like McFarlane was my practice for modding other figures, and now I've been going a little crazy modding figures.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I did like a custom Howard the Duck, and I took the top half of the actual Marvel Legends one, and then I put the top half of the body on the lower legs of the little Fortnite guy.
Yeah.
to give him like the leg articulation and the knees, and then I just repainted it in the blue color that he is in the comics, because there's like a suit he wears in the comics where it's blue, and then he has a red tie with black spots on it, and it came out pretty good. But like without the Dremel, like I had to make the hole in the lower half big enough for the peg from the top half to fit into it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, the Dremel was like the family hates it because they're watching TV and all of a sudden they hear,
right.
Like, what are you doing? So I'll be done in a second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll through to see if I can find the Howard. How far back was he?
I haven't taken an actual picture.
Oh, never mind.
Yet. Yeah, no,
Right.
I haven't shot him yet. I showed him on a live stream once, but
yeah, I think I've seen it. I was watching that live stream. That's why I remember.
I think he might still be like in my little work bench area downstairs.
Nice.
I have I don't know how much you guys customize. I know Machu, you showed me your stuff, but like I have a lot of like projects I've started that kind of like
You got to get back to.
Yeah, like a little bit just to finish it off. Like I did, I took speaking of McFarlane, I took the Flash McFarlane where he's wearing the Batman Returns. Remember how he painted the Batman Returns suit?
Yeah.
So I repainted that black and I put a new emblem on it and everything. And I was trying to make a Batman Returns Batman. And I have it all completely done. But what I want to do is I want to make an interchangeable head. I have a Keaton head sculpt, but I want to make an interchangeable head where the cowl is ripped, like in the end of Batman Returns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the last piece I need to do is like I have an old cowl. I just need to tear it and make that like head. And I even did the thing with the magnet, so it's interchangeable. And it's just sitting there, like he's like ready to be finished. And I'm just like, when this mood strikes, I'll get it done.
Now I have a bunch of figures that are just like sitting there, like, I'll get back to that later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think the next one I'm going to try is I want to put the like a Spidey 2099 on like one of the newer bodies, not the pizza Spidey body.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next project I jump into.
Which body do you think you're going to use? The
I
New
think
Year's
just
Vows or Vulcan or?
I think I'm probably just going to go with like the bullseye body, because I have like a bunch of extra parts, because I made like a few of the Superior Spider-Mans. So I made one for me, one for Unparalleled Universe, and then I'm making one for Adam. And now I have like all these parts that I need to, that I can make a complete figure with. I just got to repaint it. So and I'm going to use the heads, because what I do is I take the Ben Reilly Spider-Man and then the Despair, and I swap the arms and the legs out, and then I just paint the torso to give him that look where he has like the V. But what happens is now I have all these like Despair like ab parts with Ben Reilly legs and arms. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use those and try to see if I can make customs out of them.
Yeah, I have like a little box just full of extra parts from figures. I almost said body parts. That would have sounded weird.
Yeah, it's crazy, and they build up too, because like
it really does. Yeah,
giant like Ziploc baggies full of like. I mean, for what it is, it's body parts. Like there's a bunch of legs and feet and things in there. But you never know when you
toy
need
parts.
them, man.
Toy parts. Yeah.
Toy
For
parts,
anyone who's listening, toy parts. Yeah.
Toy parts. Toy body parts.
Toy body parts. What's been your favorite figure that was released this year? Just out of curiosity.
Ooh. While you think of that, do you want to set up the giveaway?
Yeah, let's set up a giveaway.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Have a pin. Let me get the pin.
We got another pin to give away, right? So since Jason's in the chat, we got another Figment 5 pin to give away. I think last week they picked the last week was the Dark Lord. So we've still got the Party Dude, Web Slinger, and what's the fake? What's the fake? The logo. What is it? Burkowski. All right, so we got Party Dude, Burkowski, and Spider Guy still left to go.
Yep.
And I'll set up this giveaway. I feel like we had the hashtag before. I don't know if anybody remembers it. It was like hashtag DC deserves better. DDB? I don't know. Whatever.
Double D.
Double DDB, I think it was.
What are the giveaway rules?
It got to be content of the US. That's it.
That's it?
That's all it is. So we're pretty lenient on the giveaway rules. So, and Rock jumps right in. Did someone say giveaway?
Of course he did.
All right. So what do we want it to do? Hashtag. What are we doing? Hashtag. We do hashtag Rick saves lives. I don't know. Hashtag
Rick saves
lives.
Ernie.
Rick saves Ernie. Rick saves Ernie. I'm gonna misspell Ernie. ERNIE. Is that how he spells it, or is it
ERNIE? Yeah.
ERNIE. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'll share the screen. Okay. All right. Hang on one second. Really gotta get a second monitor. Save everybody here.
Well, there's gonna be some sales coming up.
I know. Just gotta make sure I got money for it.
Oh, here's one. Yeah, with all these crowdfunded.
Oh,
stuff.
dude, here we go. All right. Hashtag Rick saves Ernie gets you a Figment 5 pin that we will ship out to you, and I promise I am going to get out the other one from last week, along with the other 3 things I need to send out to people that I've been very bad about sending. So, but yeah. Hashtag Rick saves Ernie. We'll probably do that in a couple minutes, so you got time. If you're on another stream, you want to jump over and message your buddies, get a pin. And Jason says, "Thanks for the Figment 5 love." Of course, man. Like, of course, appreciated you guys coming on, and happy to share away. So,
I found the Lobo.
Oh yeah, let's. I'll keep this up, but I'll give you. See if I can give you. Oh, not me. There you go. There's the Lobo. Oh wow.
That looks really good. And I just saw that for $15.
It's nuts.
Right?
Yeah. Redetailed all the boots, all this, repainted the jeans, made the face match the skin on the body. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Took the
Did you
do the metal chain.
What, the back of the jacket, was that already there, or did you add that?
Yeah, no, this was already there. I just kind of touched it back up,
it.
and then did a little dry brushing. This was all repainted because I think these were black originally. But yeah, the boots weren't detailed at all. Like, it was just all one black color. So I added the brown for the leather and the buckles and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like on a McFarlane customizing kick for a minute.
That's how I feel right now.
That's how Macho's been. So
yeah.
And it's funny because I was looking today. I was in Target, and I haven't really been seeing many McFarlanes, but I realized now they moved them to like an end cap. Like, it's weird. Like, that's where they were. So you also don't realize how cheap they are. You forget how cheap they were. They're only like $15 today. So
oh, nice.
It would be amazing if at some point Jada Toys got the license to make DC figures.
Yes.
I think at that point the DC standard release stuff, the mass produced stuff would rival the Marvel Legends stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like the Marvel Legends had to step their game up to match it.
To match Jada?
Yeah, like Jada did DC, for sure. Because I think the Street Fighter stuff, as cool as it is, the Street Fighter property is still kind of unique. Like, it's a niche. Like, DC and Marvel are big. They kind of even if you're not a comic book fan, a lot of people just I love Batman. Batman, they know of those figures. Not a lot of people across the board probably know or have played Street Fighter the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But so maybe now they don't feel that competition. But if DC those figures were made by Jada, I think there'd be a little bit back and forth to see who could make the best ones.
Sorry, I think there's something going on with our our giveaway thing here. So I know that Henrock, Henrock and Ryan, I know you guys typed it in. Let me give me a chance to re-enter it. I don't know. You guys entered it and it didn't register. So I want to make sure that we don't screw anything up.
How did you put caps in there? Does it matter?
Did. I don't know if caps matter. All right, I'll take caps off just to see. Yeah. But sorry, Art. I didn't want people get mad at me. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe caps matter. So now it says 2 entries. So we're good. Okay, cool.
Okay. So no caps, you said, right?
No caps. Yeah, no caps. Just like, yeah.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. All right, so that was your custom logo. What did you decide on what your favorite figure of the year has been so far?
I think a lot of people are going to defer to, I think, the Jada stuff. I think it's going to be Mayfex Steel.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? I mean, not, you know, I don't have to, but
it just photos. It photos well. It looks good. It's a fun figure. It's one of the few Mayfex like that I've opened, and then like a lot of them I'll open, I'll mess around with them, I'll put them back, you know,
yeah,
just keep them safe in the box, or I'll take a picture with them, put them back. This guy I've kept out, you know, and just kind of, you know, looked at him. Yeah, it's just a cool figure. It just like really photos well because of the, you know, this metallic look he comes with.
Right. And then the cape is so they do really nice capes. Right? Like look at that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, super fun figure. Yeah, the Mayfex Scarlet Spider is pretty good too, but I changed the hoodie on mine to give them
so did I. Did
the
you get
logo
the
goes all the way across? Yeah.
Did you get the Bestly Studio one?
I just I think I got the GPS slot one. It was on the eBay. I got it like as soon as I got the figure, I ordered it.
Yeah, I got.
I was gonna say that seems to be the complaint about from a lot of people. That
yeah,
on this one,
that hoodie.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that they use that other hoodie.
It doesn't look much different from the other one either.
It's the color is slightly different, like the blue, and then the logo is bigger.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously the logo, but like it just doesn't look. You know, it's not like it's a huge change, right? To your point of like, why would they make it so small to begin with? You know, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I got the battle damaged one where it's a little bit.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
see the fraying on the bottom. Yeah.
You know, anything could be battle damage. Just grab a pair of scissors.
Yeah. A little snip here, a little snip there.
What's next for you, man? Like, what are you thinking about? You know, like I know that you're gonna try to do a post a day. Like, you know, you're gonna keep customizing. Like, what are you thinking about? Either something you haven't done or something that you really want to try, or you know, where's your head at?
Man, I don't know. I kind of just want to keep, you know, challenging myself to take more shots, just be more consistent. I mean, I do have fun with the hobby. It's you know, it's just something that I really enjoy. My daughter loves it. You know, she gets a kick out of the pictures. In fact, that's kind of like how I started with the taking the pictures. Was I just had the figure sitting there. She was like, you know, this was 2016. She was 7 at the time. And, you know, I'm like, hey, let's start taking pictures of these guys. And we were putting them on the coffee table and she was getting a kick out of it. And, yeah, we just kind of got into it together. And like her taste, like she still gets a kick out of seeing me do the pictures, but hers is kind of switched from taking toy photography to her art. So she likes to draw original characters and stuff. But yeah, it was just something fun to do together, and just like to keep doing that. I'd love to put together, like, you know, like I was saying, like kind of being sarcastic, but you know, like more diorama type stuff, like There's great diorama makers out there that I'd love to commission, but there's also like stuff that I think I can make that I just need to find the time to sit down and do. And then I think the next thing would be like just get more active on YouTube and see if I can get more content out there and just kind of find a rhythm.
Dude, I think that'd be great. I'd love for you to have a show on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'd be awesome.
There you go.
Wednesdays seem to be full all of a sudden, but
Yeah. Wednesdays are heavy, man.
Wednesdays are popping off all of a sudden. But yeah. That's cool, man. And talking about YouTube, I always revert back whenever I see you or Wade or even Plasty. Like, I remember sitting in this chair at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, watching you guys count down for the Odys figure.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it was just like, it was so cool to have you guys live and see the live reaction when it got back. Like, I think, and I didn't know you, like, I didn't know you that well. We hadn't gone to Comic-Con, and, we talked to Wade a little bit, but the excitement and the passion that you guys had for that figure and bringing that on, man, that was like, that is a core memory day for me. And it's really, I can only imagine how you felt. And I think you and I messaged a little bit after that too.
Yeah.
You were like, I think you're like, I was up and I was excited. And then I time traveled 2 hours later. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy because, we finished and then we said like our final, thoughts on the night. And, I go downstairs and I'm answering messages and we're all fired. It felt like we won a championship, and I was like, we won, we did this, and, shout out to Wade. Like, I met Wade in 2019 at Designer Con in Anaheim. I followed his channel. I was a big fan of his reviews. In fact, he probably was, he still is, like, he's my favorite reviewer because he puts a lot of time and effort into his craft.
Yeah.
And he's very critical of his product. And like, I'm the same way. Like, if it's not what I want, I just keep at it and I keep at it. And I know him, he's like, there's a speck of dust and I said that wrong or something. But it was cool. Like, I met him, he was with The Amazing, and Fabio was there. That's the first time I met Fabio in person too. And it was just kind of neat, like building that relationship, with Wade. Like, first it was just kind of chatting, and then I'm like, hey, I found this figure. Do you want it? I'll send it to you. And he came out early 2020 to go to Frankensons with his family, and I said, hey, I'll meet you out there, and we walk Frankensons together. And yeah, man, he has this this good idea that he put a lot of thought into, and the storyline and this character. And I kept egging him on. I'm like, make the effing figure, man. Just let's do this. Like, people are going to, they're going to get behind you. Especially once he started doing the live streams during the pandemic, and like that took off. And I really feel like those live streams at that time were so critical to the toy community, because that's where people started really coming together. Because I knew about people before, but then you start getting in the chat and talking to each other and having fun, and then just like all these relationships grew from that.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, dude, they're going to back it. Adam was pushing it, MCU Collector was pushing it, and I was really hyped too, because I didn't want it to fail, because then I was like, part of the reason why I'm like, I'm like yelling at this guy, like, do this, man, let's go, And then I didn't want to be like, see, I should have never, I shouldn't have did it, fucking Rick.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, obviously he had his own motivation behind it, but it was just awesome, man. And to see the toy community come together and make it a reality was fun. So, and he just hit us up that night. He goes, hey, I'm going to go live and I'm going to see what happens. And it turned into an all-nighter. So,
Yeah.
You guys went for a while, and I remember Yimbo coming in like a shot of espresso, like he is, and just kind of bringing back everybody.
Oh,
definitely want to keep talking about this, but gotta call this out. I don't know who's running the Toy Amigos chat tonight, but my God, man, thank you so much, dude. This is unreal and completely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And talking with your saying, Rick, and just like doing these lives and getting to meet people and talk to people and forge friendships, like the Migos were one of the first people we chatted with, right? Where there was Cheney and Dario, and Dario I think was the first person in the toy community that I ever got to meet in person, which was awesome. And these guys have just been super.
Jason was.
Yeah, sorry, Jason. Jason was the first person, which is odd, but yeah, like this is unreal. And doing these streams, dude, like that's half the reason why Matt and I started, was just to talk to people and get closer to people, and and it makes San Diego that much more special, right? Like just getting to be out there. So yeah.
The Toy Migos guys, like and it was cool meeting. That's the first time I met Dario was at Comic-Con, so it was really cool meeting him, and it's crazy. Like I felt like I knew him, like
right.
Like that's the first time I met him in person, and I was like, it's just like natural, like really cool guy, like. I've hung out with Cheney and Ernie and obviously Adam. Probably hang out with Adam too much. Get him in trouble at work. But they're just awesome guys, and really good part of the community. So shout out to them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that I got a chat that's like, hey man, I only meant to hit 250. Can you Venmo me back? I'm hoping that's a chat, because this is way too generous. So, but we'll take it for now, and we'll save it for drinks the next time we're all together at Legions Con, right? I think that's when
Legions
we're gonna be. Yeah. So, Rick, I know you mentioned Designer Con or DCon. Designer Con, are you gonna be there this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I know Wade is gonna do a table out there. So.
Oh really?
He is.
Wade's doing a table.
Yeah, he's gonna do a table for Odious. So I definitely will be there.
All right, so
we definitely will be go some drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I got to work on getting to DCon, and then are you coming out East Coast anytime? I know you said you used to live out here. Jason is going to DCon. Jason, you got I need a roommate. You got a bunk buddy. I don't know if you're around. So
there you go.
Yeah, let me see if
I'd like to get out to NYCC one time. And
yeah. Okay. It's coming up. We got less than a little bit more than a month for that. So, trying to figure out everything that we're getting ready to do about that. And then I don't know if you're in Legions, if you're into Mythic Legions, but Legions Con is huge out here. There's a lot of people coming out this year for it. I am not, although I guess I've got to get into Legions. I'm not into Legions, so I just walk around carrying everybody's bags. It's fun, just like I'm everybody's Happy Hogan. So, that's how it works. But yes, Jason, I will message you, dude.
Dang, right. Toy Migos like, I feel like we
what
need to
is
start
going
tripping.
on?
I don't know. I bet it's Jesser. I bet it's Jesser.
I'm not taking my shirt off for any. Unless we hit $100.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, Rick. Give me a full screen. Collector 425 says he will be at Legions Con. That's awesome, man. We got some stuff in the works that we're working out. Deep Lake has actually been awesome trying to help us out with it. Mm-hmm. RG's gonna be there with his own table, which he's talked to us before. He's got some stuff coming out that he's gonna sell, which will be a lot of fun, and it's really cool too. Don't forget, Rick Saves Ernie is the hashtag to win. We got about 4 entries now. We'll probably go another 5 minutes on that, and then we'll get it going. But
so we wanted to clear up the Ernie.
Yeah, let's talk about this. What's
So I don't know the exact intent of the parties involved, but so I parked my truck valet because couldn't find parking, and the valley's like we close at, I think they close at 11. So I go out there. It might have been like earlier, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'll be out here for a little, another hour or so." I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." So I go back in and I come out, and the guy brings my truck up, and I said, "Hey man, like we're not ready to leave yet, but there's nowhere to park." So the valley's super cool. He's like, "I'm gonna park your car." Like that there was like the little entry into the hotel, like the little drive up. So he's like, "I'm gonna park." Yeah,
it's like around, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm gonna park your truck right here next to the curb." Mm-hmm. So he parks it there, and I tipped him and everything, and I turn around, and Ernie comes out puzzled, and I said, "What's up, Ernie?" And he goes, "Where'd everybody go?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like when I left, they're all, you know, in the bar area. Like everybody was chatting and talking and everything. And he goes, they're not there anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, can you just give me a ride home? It's like a mile that way. And I said, yeah, sure. So we hop in my truck, drive him home. And I came back, parked in the same spot. And I walked in and yeah, like nobody was there. So I was like, oh, that's weird. I guess everybody did leave. And so I went and got the guys that were with us. It was Artman Customs,
Right.
Marvel Kicks, MCU Collector, and Heroes in the Cupboard. My buddy Paul. And I said, hey guys, you guys ready to roll? They said, yeah. So I just, you know, I took them home. But now in Ernie's defense, like, I don't know if he missed where everybody went into that other room, but everybody was gone. And I had no clue they went into that other room. I didn't even know another room like bar area existed. So I went in, I thought everybody had just bounced too. Like everybody just kind of like went back to their hotels and was done for the night. So yeah, I could see where he, you know, might have gotten confused, but it was funny because we go back to our Airbnb and I'm like laying there about to fall asleep, and then my phone goes off, and it's all like, I think Jay, you had like
we went live.
Stream.
Yeah, we went live
from the room, and I'm like, these effing guys, they like moved into another room, and they're all having fun, and like
that was Adam because he was pressuring.
Yeah,
us.
we went live with Adam.
He was like, you haven't brought me on the show once. Everybody else has been here. And I'm like, all right, you want to go live? Let's go.
Yeah, go live now.
Yeah.
All right.
Adam
so I guess
a weird way of getting like talking you into things like that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And I'm just glad that was the only thing Adam talked us into that night.
Right.
So I guess we got another defensive and Ernie says, I was following you guys and still missed that there was another room. So yeah, I guess all right, we'll give it to him. But another quick shout out here to Toy Migos.
Dom and his brother outside, and I was like, hey, you guys got a ride home. I was gonna I came back from dropping off Ernie, and I was gonna give them a ride too. Like I didn't know where they were staying, but I was like, shoot, I'll just run you over there and then come back, you know. Like I mean, like I'm from this, you know, I live in Southern California, so I'm like, I want to make sure people like, you know, they're having a good time when they come here, you know, like a host or something.
Right. And
I just real quick, Matt, before I cut you off, another $5 from Toy Migos. I just want to make sure, Migos, you guys know that you can put a chat in without money, right? Like, I just want to make sure you guys know that. Just like...
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, totally appreciate it. But you can't just put a chat in it. No, but go ahead, Matt. I don't cut you off.
So,
no, dude, you know what? When you guys posted today about the show, and then I was getting like tons of messages. And shout out to you guys because everybody's like, oh, those guys are the greatest. They're good dudes. And like, I knew that, you know, obviously meeting you and our few interactions, but it was just like, it's cool to see how many people in the community, like acknowledge how, you know, how good you guys are and how cool you are. So that's awesome.
Yeah. We appreciate that for sure, man. Yeah. Thank you. Needed to hear that today. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but it's needed to hear that for sure. So, but yeah, dude, we were just excited to have you on, man. You know, keep talking with you, and you know, it's lucky. Ernie definitely ditched everyone.
So
and brought Rick with him.
Took me down with him. I told Ernie, I'll be his the next year. I'll be his personal driver.
Yes, his handler. Yeah,
make it to
his
the
handler.
coin op either, and he's like, I couldn't find parking, and I was like, Ernie, get pro with me, man. Like,
so this is with my interaction with Ernie towards the end of that night. I was handing, because like I had done last call and I got like a round of drinks for everybody. And then like Ernie went to go shake my hand because he was leaving because he was tired. And I was like, I wanted to buy you a drink. He's like, oh, I can't. I'm so tired. So he was already leaving before we even moved to the next room.
Oh.
Okay. All right. No, I don't know. I guess next week we're gonna have to have we'll have to have Ernie on. And we'll finally get to the bottom of this mystery that is bothering nobody but us, I guess. Still talking about it.
It's just a funny story, man. Like it's cool to come away with those stories like that and just kind of laugh about it. You know, Ernie is also famous for poking waitresses in the chest.
Like, yes.
Wait, what?
Correct. You guys know that story?
I know that.
I did not know that story. I did not know that story.
It was like one of the meetups, and we all went to, was it Dave and Buster's afterwards? And
think that's what I
we
heard.
all order food. Everybody's getting their food. And Marvel Kicks ordered a second plate and got it. So he had eaten twice. And
Before
Ernie, you know, didn't get his food, hadn't gotten his food at all. So the waitress comes over and Ernie's like, you know, he's standing up, he's animated, and he's like, this guy got his food twice, and he goes like that and pokes her in the, you know, like in the chest. And dude, it was
So
like, Ernie,
is that how the Between Two Nipples live stream started? Thanks, Jason.
oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So my question is, did he even put in his order then?
He did. Yeah. I think
Okay.
He did put his
okay.
okay. All right.
It might have been chicken nuggets or something, but yeah, it was just funny that Marvel Kicks got his food first.
His second plate.
Twice.
Marvel Kicks is not, you know, not saying Ernie's not a good guy, but like Marvel Kicks is a good guy. It was really nice to meet him out there.
Yeah, yeah. You
Get
know
spend
what?
some time with him.
I've gotten pretty close to him just over the time. You know, I met him. It was at one of the first Toy Migos meetups, and just like, you know, just an awesome guy, and then just kind of chatting with him, and then you know, see, he came out to one of the shows. I think it was WonderCon, and then we all went to Mighty Pins, which is in Anaheim. It's like an action figure place. They kind of specialize in like Disney pins. But he came with us, and then we started chatting, and you know, he's like very similar to me, like, you know, 90s hip hop, Jordans, sports, and then, you know, obviously the action figures and stuff. You know, we all kind of relate from that standpoint as well. So super good dude.
This was gonna be
I get stabbed for Marvel Kicks.
that's a hell of a promotion there. So all right, let's give away
behind that too.
yeah. We'll save that for the next stream. We'll bring it back to so, you know. Let's how do I make this active? Why isn't it active? There it is. All right, let's give this baby away, and then we'll keep chatting for a little bit here. So all right, we got 5 entries. Last chance, last call. Hashtag Rick saves Ernie. Now that we know the true story of what happened for Party Dude. What is it? Man, I'm still trying to remember all these names. Party Dude, Bricklayer. No, not Bricklayer. Bricks a Lot. What is it? Brickowski, and Spider Guy.
Yep.
No,
Dark Lord, which was the Vader pin, was given away last week. So
yes,
these are the 3 that are left. You get a choice of one of the 3.
One of those 3, and then we'll be giving away for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
So, Marvel Kicks, really appreciate the love, my guy. Definitely, dude. Definitely. All right, here we go. And boof. Let's see. All right, Ryan. There you go.
Congrats,
I
Ryan.
like how it slowed down at the end, like when they spin the wheel on Price is Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Oh my God, another one.
This is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, we both hit it at the same time. It's got to be Jesser.
You hit it. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's taking their shirt off? All right, Art. Nobody wants to see me. So, you know. Wait, anybody got a shirtless Ronin nearby? Let's do that. We'll put that one up. So, there you go. There it is. That's who took a shirt off. That's there. Jesus. Whoever's running me goes, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. And
thank you.
Unnecessary, but incredibly appreciated. We'll be saving that money for Legion's Con to reciprocate for sure. So, all right. So
Matthew, are you in the Legions?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a. Oh no, I replaced my shelf with the. I replaced my Legions.
Fabio is a big Legions guy.
Yes, that's what I wanted to get to actually. When you mentioned Fabio, I'm like, aren't you like neighbors? And you helped him move in, right? Is what I heard. That's really cool.
I came home one day and I drive past this guy moving in, and my family's like, "Hey, that guy looks like a collector," because I just see this dude turn the corner, with a stack of mezcos, and so I like look over. I kid you not, he's holding the mezcos and he goes. and he goes up the steps. I'm like, I think that's Fabio, but it might not be. So I go into my house, literally like right across the street. The dude lives like 50 feet away.
Oh wow.
And I text him, like I DM'd him on IG, and I go, I was watching the ACBA live, and I heard you know, I saw like he had boxed all his mezcos up, and he was moving. I said, I heard you were moving. Where did you move to? I think I saw you. He goes, nah, you couldn't have seen me. I'm not on the road right now. I'm unloading the truck. And I was like, no, like I saw a guy unloading the truck.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, Machi's got like this weird audio thing that happens every once in a while.
So yeah, I see this guy. I go, no, man, I saw a guy unloading the truck. I swear it's you. And I go, where do you live now? And he goes, Huntington Beach. And I go, man, I'm coming outside. So I go outside, and he comes out, and he's like, hey, you know, and he had a bad day. Like, I guess he had like a bad thing happen with his roommate who was like procrastinating on the move. And so I helped him move the rest of his stuff in, and then I took him to return to U-Haul, and we went and ate tacos, and
Nice.
And this beautiful like this, you know, this neighborhood friendship has blossomed. You know, me and him have gone to Frank and Sons a couple times, and he's a cool dude. Like Fabio's one of those guys that just gets along with everybody. So
yeah, I got to meet him too. I think I met him. I actually think I met him the second night. I don't think we actually talked a little bit that first night. So yeah, it was really cool to talk to him that first night or the second night and kind of meet him and the rest of the crew there. He's really good. And damn, what a head of hair on him for sure, dude. Like that is.
Yeah. He's very majestic.
Yeah. But anyway, when you're talking about him turning, it was almost like, did he turn all creepily, or did he turn and like his waves just bounced
it was
perfectly?
just like that. He goes like this, and then he just turns his head back around and goes up the steps. Yeah, it's funny because I see him, and you know he lives with his grandmother. He's like, you know, helping, you know, take care of her, and it's nice. He always says they're a sight to see because they'll be out walking the dog, and his grandmother's like got her arm around his arm, and he's like he's in his Metallica t-shirts, and yeah, it's
That's nice. Loki man says, dang, Rick helping everybody out in the community. It's true, man. Like you're just a good dude. Just a good dude.
I try, man. I try.
Oh. Let's see, Machu. I think Machu is coming. Come on, Loki says Machu's been abducted. I don't know. Are you back, Machu? Machu, can you hear us? Nope. Okay. Nothing yet. All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, because I am also a huge Disney nerd. What is your favorite ride / attraction?
At Disney?
Yeah. And are you because I know you said you used to live on the East Coast, or are you Disney World or Disneyland now just because you're out there?
I like Disneyland better than Magic Kingdom, but I enjoy the experience overall of Disney World over Disneyland and California Adventure.
Okay, I can get that. Machu ran away with the money.
I'd probably
he's running off shirtless.
Haunted Mansion is probably like a classic, you know, favorite for me. And then I guess like more thrill ride be Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, cool.
Yeah,
that's those are acceptable answers. I guess we'll keep going then. Since so I used to work out in Disney World for about 2 years. I did the college program. Had the super glamorous job of parking cars in the parking lot at studios. But yeah, dude, I just like that's one of those places, and you know, I don't know if you like. I'm a big Walt fan, so you know, I've been picking up little Walt memorabilia where I can. Yeah, I would say it's long gone now, but Great Movie Ride was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's replaced with Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, which, you know, makes sense for the time. The movies that were in there, nobody remembers anymore. So it
was
sense.
A cool ride though. Like, remember they had like the gangsters, and they would like, you know, and then they would show up, like they'd run, you know, they'd go into the door or something, show up at another part of the ride. You know,
they touch the stone in Indiana Jones, and they turn into a skeleton. No, it was a lot of fun. It was really good. What have you seen the new Haunted Mansion movie?
I have not. I know, like I kind of reserve my take on movies to when I see it. I know the reviews weren't great, but
it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad, right? For what it is, right? Like, and I think that's what people always have a hard time with. Like, it just I wasn't expecting an Emmy, you know, an Oscar-winning movie, but it was fun. then
Did you like the Muppets Haunted Mansion movie?
I did, but I'm a sucker for all things Muppets, man.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for all things Muppets.
Hey, that's what we're missing, man. Like good like action figure, like Disney action figures, like a superposable Mickey and stuff like that. Yeah.
What's the Mickey? You got the Revoltech Mickey that you have?
I
use
one's really
good. Toy box, Disney toy box Mickey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have like Donald and Goofy. I used the Goofy in that picture where I made him like a ghost.
Yeah.
I dressed him in the cloak that came with the Tales of the Crypt. I think it was the Crypt Keeper. Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just draped some craft chains all over him.
It worked. Definitely worked.
Yeah.
No. Machu Migos were afraid that you ran off with the money. That's where you.
No. By switcher, it's overheating. That's why
it's overheating. Well, I mean, we are approaching 2 hours, so it always happens very quickly where we get to this point. But yeah, man, I'm chat, definitely sound off if you got any questions for Artwittoyz. I messaged Ernie since there's no stream tonight to see if he wanted to jump on. Haven't heard back. He's probably lost in the lobby somewhere. But
he's not streaming right now.
It sounds like there's no stream tonight. So
okay,
falling fat. But
we did a toy meetup 2 Saturdays ago. Ernie and this other guy had put it together, and Adam had a table, Cheney had a table, Kix had a table. It was pretty cool. Cool little meetup. I think the location wasn't great because it was like kind of hidden in Montebello, but I know the next one's going to be more on a street, like a busier street. So that ought to be pretty cool. It's on the 23rd of this month, but it was just cool, like seeing those guys and hanging out and then buying their old crusty figures,
Their old crusty figures. Yeah. Oh, there's always the risk of that for sure. So
Ernie's selling me stuff with missing parts. Adam's trying to give me things, even though he's supposed to be selling things. Yeah, classic. I had to force Adam to take my money.
we did a show where we were trying to sell stuff and do like a little bit of like a podcast, which I still have to edit. But like we tried to sell some stuff, but I felt like I spent more money there than I made from selling stuff, but I managed to sell all my toys that I wanted to bring.
Nice.
Minus like 2 or 3.
It's like a trap. Like Nico was there and I bought like this like custom Bruce Lee from him.
Nice. Oh wow.
It's like on the
Phalon
icons box.
Oh, it's on the
and then he painted the head. And then I ended up coming away with a Denzel Washington head.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yes, and this T'Challa Star-Lord that he did.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I was supposed to get a table there too, and then I just I started going through figures to find stuff to sell, and it just wasn't fun. So I was like, you know what, maybe next time.
Migo says, don't forget the hot dog grease on your box, Rick. I'm assuming that is that's an insider there. So
yeah, Ernie ate a hot dog, and then what was funny was he was trying to sell me on this Soundwave he had, and I told him I'm gonna buy it, and he's like, oh, you could switch the parts out. He's like a salesman, and I'm like, Ernie, I'm gonna buy it. You don't have to sell it to me. I'm like gonna buy it, but he had just eaten a hot dog, and he was like touching the box, and the part of the bonus of buying it was getting the hot dog grease.
The extra. So, and then Loki chimes in and says, Ernie loves Rick so much he didn't want to go live tonight. So, there you go. Makes it happen.
There you go. We just have to have Rick on every week now.
There you go.
And that's how we win the Wednesday Wars. So
yeah,
the Wednesday Wars.
I like that.
We should just do one big stream where it's like you, me, us, Ernie, and the TPC guys, and hash it out. See who can go the longest. So, yeah.
Well, Ernie has a hard stop at 11. So.
Oh well, then that's
that other show, right?
Yeah.
first one to fall. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't have. I mean, Matt, unless you got anything else, I'm pretty tapped from questions. But dude, happy to have you back anytime you want.
Yeah, definitely. I want to have you back.
So
Yeah. Anytime, guys. Like, appreciate you asking me to jump on, and
dude.
the love from the community. Reposting the thing you put out earlier this morning. So, yeah, it was cool. I couldn't wait to get off work and get ready. So,
yeah, man. Well,
And you made it, right?
yeah, you made it. You made it, no problem, which is awesome. And again, anytime you're more than welcome. Shit, we'll just start throwing you a link every week. You drop on whenever you want.
Yeah.
But
there you
we'll
go.
definitely have you back and maybe do some turtle talk, or Matt's looking at doing some customized stuff. I think we'll figure something out and keep you customize some turtles, put it all together into one stream, make it happen.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I thought we were gonna have to make the 2003 turtles, but it looks like we're gonna get some. Might be
Super
getting
7
from Super 7.
Super 7, yeah, that might be the first turtle line I'm all in for Super 7.
Yeah.
Don't you
I
have
thought
the
original 4 turtles, like the ones they came out with that had like the the old Playmates look to them?
Yeah. I have a few of them, but I feel like if they do the 03, I'm probably just all in whatever they make, because that series is so. I'm on the second to last season of that series now. I don't know, Art, if you went back and watched it, where they do the fast forward, where they're in the future,
and then they go back again, right? Like the season after ones, they go back.
Well, spoiler alert, I haven't finished it, but so a 20-year-old show. Spoiler alert.
Hey,
but I think.
And by the way, you guys are turtle guys, right? You don't. You can't just buy one of them.
No, you got to buy all 4 of them.
You got to have all.
Yeah, you got to buy 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I have the 4 original. My first Super 7 turtles were the 4 ooze colored ones, the glow in the dark ones. So I bought those 4, and then Matt gave me his Raph, which started off the. All right, I got to get the rest of these, and then I think I have like Splinter, Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder. I got like the big ones from back in the day. But but I'm all in on the NECA line. That's where my money goes.
Go, which of the NECA ones do you buy? Do you do the comic? Do you do the tune? Do you do the movies? I'm like, I just kind of do them all.
All of them.
They came out.
It's just easy.
Shredders. I bought all 3.
I think I have 2 of the 3. So yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
You actually you can actually make a really nice reel with how you have your turtles laid out. Because I remember you showed it off on a stream once with all like how you have it with each turtle, but like all the different lines.
Yeah. I actually have an idea that is set up right now that may be similar to that. So coming soon.
Yeah, because I used to designate the DTOF. Like I did a Marvel basic Avengers, and then I did Justice League, and and I go, you know what, I'm just gonna do the turtles, and each of them have a shelf, and I put them in the order of the song. So Leonardo leads, Donatello does Machine,
nice.
Raphael and Mike.
There you go.
Raphael is cool but rude. So
give me a break.
I was trying to think. He's I can't think of his name. The guy who does Raphael from the old show.
Doesn't he do Donnie's voice in the 2012?
Yes, he does Donnie's voice, but he's gonna be at NYCC, and I'm obviously gonna try to stand in line and meet with him. And I'm like, what's the one line from Raph that you would want him to recreate for you? And I think I figured it out. But like, what if you were to have him like do a line that you could record on your phone? What would it be?
Any version of Raph? Like
Raph? No, he voiced
from the cartoon.
He voiced the cartoon, I would just say just from him. So, because there's one line that has stuck with me since I remember watching it as a kid. And I was like, that's it. That's the line. I got to get him.
What is it?
Clang? Did you just say clang?
Oh.
When they're fighting the first time they fight the foot soldiers and they don't realize they're robots. I was like, that's it. I got to get him to say that. So.
Yeah. Dang, I don't know. I'd have to look up one-liners that he said in that show.
There were so many of them too.
The person who did Michelangelo's voice in the original show was Mondo Gecko in the 2012.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Show, yeah.
Townsend, I think his name.
I think so. Yeah, because I remember hearing it and I'm like, that sounds like the original Michelangelo. I looked it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool when they do the voice swapping and stuff.
The 2012 is a slept on cartoon, I think. Like it had so many, it paid so much homage to the original stuff, and it's crazy. And like the fact that it was CGI and like the fight scenes were really good. Like Michelangelo is known for being the quickest turtle, and he was like legitimately like there was like this one move he does in the show where he's like wielding both of his nunchucks and he wraps them around one of the like I think it was like the Krang, the Ultron bot, the Ultron box. Yeah. And he like goes like that, and he just breaks it into little pieces. And I just remember watching. I was like, man, they killed that. Like it was perfect.
Yeah, the way they did the movements in that show were really good.
Yeah.
Yep. That show's next for me. I've been working my way through. I went back. I did the 87 show, and then I did the Next Mutation. Watch that. Whatever your piece is on it, your piece is on it. And now I'm on the 03 show. So, and like I said, I think I'm in the second and last season of it. So I was actually, but before we were talking about it, the whole going into the future is weird, but the style of them with like the weapons and like the armor on them, I was like, that could be pretty cool as a figure. So I'll be curious to see if we end up getting that with the 03 figures from, or eventually get it from Super 7. But
no, that would definitely be cool. Like even the Shredder looked really good in that episode, and that too. He's like very menacing.
He was super menacing, and and Karai was a big piece of that too.
Yeah, she was. One of my favorite Christmas specials is from that original, like that 2003, where Mikey has the cat. Yep,
he saves the cat. Yeah,
and then he's like the purple dragons are trying to steal the toys from the children's hospital.
Yeah. It's almost like a it's almost like a whatchamacallit, like what was the movie with Turbo Man? It reminded me of like Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Where they like try to steal the most popular toy and stuff. Yeah. Oh, good luck saying Turbo Man without doing that voice. So.
Yeah. Put that cookie down.
Oh man, how have we not marketed that as like a diet thing? It's just like every time we go reach for a cookie, put that cookie down.
Just having the commercial, like yelling at people to put cookies down.
All right. But yeah, man, dude. Again, thank you so much for being on. And on Instagram, if you're not following, it's at Artwittoyz. And then stay tuned for his show on Wednesdays now at 8:15 coming soon. So, but yeah, dude, thank you so much.
Just do a TGIF. Somebody goes on. And
Just. We should all like lead into each other. That'd be great.
Wednesday night in the time is right. We're gonna have some fun. Show you how it's done.
Where's got a jingle right there? Yeah, where's 88? Let's get on that. Let's do a Wednesday night music cap. There you go. So, like but yeah, thank you to everybody. Again, thank you so much for the support tonight. Whether you're watching live or on the recap. And then because you guys killed it. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And the winner of the pins has just message either me or J Shot on IG. Right.
Yeah, one of us. I think he just started following me, so I'll check that. But yeah, I promise all that stuff will get out either end of this week, beginning of next week. Rick, man, dude, we said in the beginning, but you are a true hero, my friend. Whether it's saving Ernie or just hanging out with us, you're killing it, man. We appreciate everything you do, and thank you for the time tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Machu, cue that outro.
Give me 1 second. Stall.
Stalling. This is my stalling song.
Yeah.
This is my stalling song. I don't even have anything fun.